Hi there. This is Annette Bridges. I'm an author, publisher, and women's retreat host. And I'm continuing my series of interviewing different women who just speak about retreats, what their experiences have been like, and just share for any of you gals out there that maybe you've never been on one and you're thinking about going on one. We're gonna just talk a little bit more about the benefit of going on retreat. So I have with me today Janie. And Janie, would you please say your last name? So I want to make sure I say this correctly.
It's Owen-Bugh.
Bugh. Okay. Owen-Bugh. I mean, I've known Janie for a few years, girls, so it's terrible that I'm even asking that. But, it's not like we say our last names that much. We're on a first name basis.
Exactly. We mostly, communicate by email, so.
Wow, this is true. So, girls, this is Janie. Janie, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I'm going to get into asking you some questions.
Okay. I'm a freelance graphic designer in Dallas, Texas. I've been a graphic designer for more than 30 years. So,
yes, and a very talented one. I have worked with Janie a lot here in the last few years. You have seen her work. If you've read my books, you've seen a lot of her work.
Thank you.
Okay, well, Janie, I am just talking more and more about how we need to go on retreat. And it's been a lesson that I only recently learned at the end of last year when I went on my very first women's retreat. And was such a powerful experience for me. It's made me want to host retreats for women, and just made me know I need to keep on going on retreats and give yourself that kind of time. And so how about sharing a little bit about what your experience has been like and how retreats have impacted you over the years?
Well, I've only been on a few. I started going on retreats years and years ago with church groups.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the choir, and we went on a choir retreat. And I've been in a women's Bible study and going on a women's retreat with that. And I think I went on several of each of those. But yours was the first one that was not really related to church or anything like that. It was just something for fun that I went to back in October. It was really very, very refreshing and different, and I enjoyed it a lot. And what I like about retreats, that it brings women together, like-minded, usually women, and you can share intimately about your life and what's going on, and just get affirmation from the others that you're okay.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha. Wow, that's good. So, have you gone on retreats with other gals, like purposefully or family, just thinking about your friendships with other women and wondering how the retreats you've been on, or maybe not even if it was an organized retreat, maybe you've traveled or had some little mini escapes, with other girlfriends, and wonder if you could speak to that more.
I haven't really done any just getaways with girlfriends. I was married for 36 years up until last year. I just got a divorce, and I've planned a few. So I'll let you know. I'm excited about going on a trip with just a girlfriend. I've got a cruise plan to go on with my sister who lives in Honduras. She's a missionary. And, we've been wanting to do something together, and I suggested a cruise. So next month
going to be fun. Yeah, that's interesting that you said that. Talking about being married for so long, because I've been married for 35 years myself. And it wasn't. And it's interesting because it is easy to think, well, I don't have time to go on a retreat, or I don't know, my life is too busy and I have so many responsibilities, whether it's with your husband and the kids and whatever, and you think you can't go, you can't leave, and I think, I have a feeling a lot of women, what do you think? I feel like a lot of women maybe get into that mode.
Yeah, I think that was a lot my issue, because he went on retreats. I mean, he went with fishing buddies on a fishing weekend, and he would go hiking with somebody and go down a river with somebody. I mean, he was always going on these trips with guys. And I don't know, I think I did go one time a long time ago. I did go spend a week with my friend up in Connecticut,
Mm-hmm.
you know, at New Haven. And that was very nice to be able to get away and just reconnect with her.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a struggle to I mean, I felt selfish. I felt like, and I had children, and leaving them at home and stuff like that. So yeah, I think as women, we feel we put other people first
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times and don't take time out for ourselves. And men, doesn't seem to matter. They just do it.
Right.
At least, the ones I've known.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, I know, I know when I went on my first retreat this last October. Now, I have to say, well, before that, I did have, oh golly, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, there was a time where I had a girlfriend that asked me to go on a trip. She had been invited to go to visit a friend that lived in Italy. And that she, kind of said, you could invite a friend to go. And so she asked me, well, I think she really thought I would never go. I don't think she thought I would say yes. And I didn't say yes at first, but I did say, well, let me think about this. And then I was just, there was something at the time, I'd never gone on any kind of trip, right? Like that, away from my husband, without my husband kind of thing. And even then, my life is busy now with caregiving with family members, but it was going on at that time as well. And just, not quite as crazy it is now. And, and there was that feeling of like, oh my gosh, they can't survive without me here. I think I just thought I was indispensable, like the old supermom kind of stuff that they say. And
Right.
we think that. And I did end up going. And it was just, that was my first reality check of, well, everyone survived without me, first of all. That was like amazing. And, and it just, I don't know. I mean, that, and then again, when I went on this retreat last fall, I think I came back refreshed and more focused and able to take care of my family even better, having given myself that time,
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. That's what I hope women will realize and try to give themselves that opportunity, to take that break. Because I think we need it.
I do too. And the more and more I think about the past, I really just didn't take enough time for myself. And I'm trying to change that now and do that more. But yeah, I think that's a big part of what happened with our marriage. I think part of it was resentment that he was able to do whatever he wanted to do, when the problem was me. I wasn't the one that didn't want to do things,
Right. So, ooh, wow. Yeah. That's interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Where we
that was the only problem. There were
of course, yeah.
But that was one of the things that probably I should have done differently.
Okay, so, all right. So what would you say today to a woman out there who is either thinking she doesn't have time to go on a retreat, or, she doesn't, or maybe she's considering it? What would you say?
Make time. I went on a retreat just recently with my business coach. And I was considering, just even a few days before it happened, not going because I had so much to do. And I was really struggling with that. And I decided, I got to do it. I got to go. And like I said, that's where I got my hat.
I love it.
And I just had a really good time. And it was really nice to just, it was a working retreat, but still, it was just really nice to change scenery and spend time again with like-minded women and connect and just relax and take things in stride and not worry about all that. Of course, when I got back, I had to, make up for some lost time. And at first I was like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? but you know, it got done. The things got done, and you know, we were okay. I mean, I had to, you know, make some adjustments, but it worked out. And you know, you just got to do it. Don't make excuses, just do it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I think so too. And that's my big lesson. That was one of my conclusions last fall was like, you know what? I'm important too. I am important too. And if I take good care of myself, I can take better care of other people as well as my job and career goals or anything. You know, it's amazing. Giving yourself some time to just, like you said, a change of scenery.
Yeah.
It really can help that alone.
Yeah. And it did actually help me focus better when I came back, and I was a little more rested and had direction. Kind of knew what I needed to do. Life got a little crazy again after that, you know, with some family illnesses and stuff. But you know, those things are going to happen, and you've got to roll with punches.
And time for another retreat, maybe.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, you know, I'm learning to find those little nuggets every day that, you know, I call them selfie retreats. You know, give yourself little nuggets of time for yourself, little alone time, because sometimes the world around you is so noisy, you know, but you gotta find them, those nuggets.
Exactly.
Oh, Janie, well, thank you so much for chatting with me here today. I appreciate it. And, all right. Well, gals, we'll be talking to you. There'll be more in this series in the future weeks. Talk to you later. Oh, and I guess I should say, forgot, I do have a retreat coming up this fall, so I guess I should mention it, but it's, you know, my retreats are called Your Beautiful Escape, a retreat for a treat for women to breathe and be. Think about what I'm saying here. And that is what my retreats, I'm learning more and more about how I want to do the retreats. And I really do want them to have just plenty of time in them to just for you to take those deep breaths and just to be. And so that's what I'm working on. And this next one's going to be at the beach in Gulf Shores, Alabama. I just can hardly wait. It's one of my very favorite places that I've been many times. I've never taken a group of women there, so I'm very excited. It's a very special place to me. So, yay! So go to
go. It's worth it. Y'all should go.
Oh yes. Thank you so much, Janie. I wish you could come to that one and all of my retreats. I love to retreat with this gal. This is wonderful fun. Okay, so my website is yourbeautifulescape.com, and you can learn a lot more. I do have a what do you call it? Early bird special going on right now. That's $100 off. So that goes till August 20th. All righty. Well, we'll talk to y'all later, and thank you again, Janie.
Thank you.
Bye, hon.
Bye-bye.